try again. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Taiko, whatever. Welcome back to an interesting review today. So, today I got Kartfessor.
What's up?
And today, me and him are going to be reviewing a rhythm game, a first for the channel. Now, you might be thinking it's a rhythm game, so we'd go on the rhythm channel, but actually, no. Today, me and him are going to be reviewing Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun, a game made for the Switch in 2018. We'll be mentioning the game's song list, and yeah, a lot of the features in the game. But the question is it really good? Or is it a drum that you should throw away within 20 seconds of playing?
We'll find out.
Yes. So, the game plays very simple. I mean, there's not really much to say about it. It's a rhythm game, so all you do is just, drum to the beat. But how do you play? Well, specifically, there's a lot of different ways to play. There are orange and blue notes. There are a lot of things you must keep track of on the HUD. There is a meter, which can determine how if you've beaten the song. If the meter goes to yellow, that means that you have beaten the song. There is also other things like, John chants in the left corner, and you could also see your combo at the bottom right by your notes. Speaking of notes, let's get into the notes. So, the notes go like this. So, there's orange ones called Don. With the Don notes, you have to hit at just one of the buttons, like B, or, there's a lot of notes for orange notes. And for blue ones, which are called Ka, you have to do like left on D-pad, A, X, and all that. There's a lot of interesting combinations for whatever buttons you can use. Another thing featured in the game are called drum rolls. Drum rolls are just freebies. They basically just let you hit any button on the controller, and it just works. What I usually do for drum rolls is I just have my finger both go over every single button on the controller, and you can get really good drum rolls using those. Another thing pretty similar are called balloons. Balloons are also pretty similar to drum rolls, but you only hit dons instead of Kas. So you just smash every don button you can, and if the number goes down to 0, well, you pop the balloon and you get some score. The last thing I have to mention is I don't really know what it's called, but it's different in every Taiko game, where you have to get a certain number of drum rolls, where you can either get 5,000 points or 2,000. In Drum Master, it's a little different, though, as there's no time limit. You just have to get a certain number of drum rolls, and yeah, it's just a lot of animals pop out. Which in that game, it's called the Party Popper. I kind of forgot what it's called over here in Drum and Fun. So that's how the gameplay basically works. And there are different types of difficulties. There's easy, normal, hard, or extreme, or Ani difficulty from some other Taiko games, as it's called. But most games I've played have called it extreme, with only one game calling it Ani. So, yeah.
Right. So there's also different ways to play with your controller. There's motion controls that you can play with your Joy-Cons. They're not really great in my opinion, but the Pro Controller is excellent. The Switch one, whatever kind of Pro Controller you use for Taiko no Tatsujin and Drum and Fun, I don't care which one you use, they're all great. I know you use the GameCube Switch controller, and I use the Switch Pro Controller. There's also the Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Accessory from Fori, which I'm getting that very soon from Amazon. That's coming on my way, so I'll be definitely doing an unboxing of that, and I know that you're also getting it quite soon as well.
Yeah.
But if you guys are planning to get the Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Accessory, it may be a little wonky because of you have to get used to it, but once you get used to it, you'll be good at it.
Yeah. Now, one of the things about the drum set is the biggest standout for Drum and Fun, the biggest selling point for it. Now, what's crazy about the Hori drum is that it actually costs more than the actual game. Drum and Fun, without it being on sale, costs us for $50. The drum costs us $80. It costs $80 to buy the Hori drum. So if you want the true Taiko experience like in the arcade days, you could buy that drum. I haven't used it yet, but I'll hopefully be getting it for my birthday. So for those who are really looking for a true Taiko experience, the drum set is the best way to experience it.
Also, 2 other Taiko drums. There's also like a bootleg one and a big, huge one that goes like $380. But I recommend going for the Hori one because the other two are basically bootleg.
So, another thing I have to mention, and this is just a thing for drum accessories, especially Rock Band. This thing, just from seeing videos, I know this drum is going to be loud, and for it to even register, you have to smack it like really hard. So, just know that you better be in a good condition because it's going to be making a lot of noise while you're playing, and now there's fireworks going on in the background. Great. Anyway, so yeah, the drum is the most standing point of Drum and Fun, and probably the selling point of it. This game obviously is more popular with the Japanese audience, and that is no more by the sales. The sales of it has not been updated since December 31st, 2020, but it has made over $1 million in the box office, and has probably made way more ever since then.
Right. I feel like it could possibly sell more than that, but we'll find out eventually on the list.
So we discussed some of the basic things about Drum and Fun, but the mode that we were discussing about was Taiko mode, the main mode of the game. This is the mode where you select whatever song you please and play it. But there's also other modes. There's Dankatsu Fight, which you can fight against Don-chan's brother, Katsu-chan, and you fight against him against a 1v1 battle. Whoever has the least amount of health loses. So, it's a really fun game, and it's really, really, really addicting to get your scores into. You could also change the level of difficulty, but even just changing it to free in the CPU destroys me. It's a really fun mode, but a not fun mode, in my opinion, is the Party Games mode. This mode is probably really, really annoying. It's kind of like Mario Party, but if you had rhythm attached to it. There's different modes in terms of party games. There's ones where you drag fish out of the freaking aquarium or just dancing or whatever. It's interesting, but not for me. Usually when I play Drum and Fun, I play Taiko mode, get part of the game. And Dankatsu Fight is good, but the party games, in my opinion, you definitely should avoid if you can.
Right. So there's also a lot of songs to choose from. There's a lot. I forget how many there are, but I know in Rhythm Festival, there's going to be a paid subscription service. I'm not going to get it because there's still going to be a lot of songs for me to play, but in Drum and Fun, most of them pretty much focus on the anime side, but there are some video game music, some like pop music and all that.
Yeah.
My favorite is I like to play the Bandai Namco themes with all the themes from all the Bandai Namco games. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also like anime songs in this list. I also like one of the classical pieces because I love those pieces a lot. But yeah, all of them are very cool, and all of them have a different difficulty with the song. And also the difficulty, it'll show you the stars. So depending on how many stars there are, it will tell you how difficult it is. Yeah. Sometimes the easy and medium could have 4 stars, which I thought it was probably basically the same difficulty, but no, it's a bit different, just with different notes and stuff. But yeah, look at the stars before you play it. If it's way too hard, then I recommend you, once you guys start Taiko and Tatsujin, I recommend you guys start on normal mode. You can do easy mode if you want, if you're like beginner video game players, but if you're like a hardcore gamer, getting to Taiko and Tatsujin, I recommend starting on normal. And if you're good on normal, go to hard, and if you're good on hard, go to extreme. Yeah. But if you're going to go to extreme, it's pretty hard on button controls. I recommend you guys get the Taiko and Tatsujin from the Fessor because it's a bit more easier. But if you're a drummer out there, it'll be easy for you because drummers are pretty good at this stuff.
So, another thing you kind of forgot to mention, and the extreme/Ani difficulty, I'm going to have to keep calling it that because some Taiko games call it Ani for some reason. There is a hidden feature. So extreme can actually be harder than it's supposed to be. Upon hitting right on the D-pad, you can access a secret version of the song if it allows it. And this is a much more tougher version of the song that usually has around 9 to 10 stars, which are some of the most insane songs. One of the most insane songs I've encountered recently within buying something, which, by the way, we'll get to soon, has a 10-star rating, and it's not even a secret song. And it's absolutely insane. It keeps switching between speeds, and it's a really, really fun song. I really recommend it. So, like I said, buying things. There is a lot of DLC for Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun. It probably holds the world record for having the most DLC on the Switch eShop. Each DLC mostly costs around $1.49, while with some being more expensive than that, like the Undertale pack, the Santimnia pack. But some of the DLC is actually many very, very worth it. You can get stuff like the Star Wars and Indiana Jones themes. You could also get stuff like the Undertale stuff like Hopes and Dreams, Megalovania, who can't forget about that one, and also Heartache. And there's many other way more better DLC songs. If you really want the full experience, the basic game set list, even without the DLC, is still pretty good. But if you want a really, really good Taiko game, the DLC is really good. And again, the DLC is like usually $1 a piece. So usually when I buy something from the eShop, I always just happen to buy another bit of Taiko DLC to add to my collection. So far, I got a decent collection, but not much.
Yeah, there's also free DLC too, but I think it's only like 10 songs for free DLC for the song. So yeah, it adds a little bit, but I'll try to get some of the songs later on down the road, like maybe the Star Wars and Indiana Jones and Megalovania, stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see.
In terms of that, though, Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun, the first debut on Switch is a really, really, really good introduction to the Switch line of Taiko games. And with Freedom Festival coming out and later this year on September 23rd, I couldn't be more excited. Even without that subscription service, you're getting 70 songs at the beginning, which is probably the most songs we've gotten at the starting game. So yeah, it seems like it'll be a good game. And I mean, this isn't really much of a Rhythm Festival review as the game isn't out yet, but so far for first impressions, things look amazing from the song list. And it's also going to have a story mode, which I'm actually really curious how that's going to be like, as there is another Taiko game on Switch that has story mode, which I would love to talk about in the near future, but maybe as just a review for myself, because I don't think Kartfessor is going to be buying it anytime soon, but it would be an interesting game to cover nonetheless. Anyways, other than that game, there is a couple other Taiko games I've played. There's Drum Master on Xbox, which is another video I want to do, but just a sole video on just not liking the game, because there's a lot of things I gotta say about it. I'm not gonna discuss them in this video because it's a Drum and Fun video, not a Drum Master video. And by Drum Master, I mean the Xbox one, not the PS2 one from 2004. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. But other than that, Drum and Fun is a really, really good game, and it often goes on sale on the eShop for $10. In fact, currently right now, as of recording this video, it's on sale for $10 right now until the 6th of July. And, I mean, get it while you can. It's relatively cheap.
The Taiko RPG Adventure Pack, it's for $30, but I don't know. I'm not going to get it now. I'll probably get it later on the road. I know that you might just review it by yourself, but I might get it eventually. Really thinking more into RPGs besides Mario, but yeah, I'm glad that you kind of like it.
So the Rhythmic Adventure Pack is $50 in total, but I'm talking about doing a video on reviewing the first game because I beat it this morning. I'm not going to go too much into it because, again, this is a Drum and Fun review, not a Rhythmic Adventure 1 video. Anyways, that would be an entirely separate video because I would love to show you guys how insanely wacky the game's story is. But Drum and Fun, for it being $50, I mean, that's a little too much asking for the price tag. If you can manage to snag it when it's $10, like right now, then I would say it's worth it. But for $50, I really don't think it is worth it. Also, I'm really sorry for the fireworks going on. That's going to be happening throughout the past few days. But anyways, that was a little bit off topic. But so far, Drum and Fun, all we discussed is how it's been a really good rhythm game into the series. And while it's a really good rhythm game, for its $50 price tag, I think that's a little too much. Maybe if it was $30, then that would be a little bit more of a pass. Again, like I said, it does go on sale quite a lot, but even if it's not that price tag, I recommend you waiting for it to go on sale because $50 is a little too much, and especially since there's not that much songs to really begin with before buying any DLC. It's alright for what it is. For $50, it's not worth the price tag, but if you can manage to pick it up while it's a sale, then yeah, I would say definitely go for it. It's without a doubt one of my favorite rhythm game series that I got into this year, and I'm pretty sure Kartfessor can agree with that too. Again, I'm really, really sorry for the fireworks in the back if my phone's even picking it up.
Yeah, it's alright, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. I reckon if you guys love drum games, like rhythm games, like Guitar Hero, like this game is kind of like Guitar Hero and Video Mario mix,
And
sort
Rock
of.
Band.
But like, yeah, if you're big into rhythm games, yeah, this is definitely worth it. I know, just wait till it goes on sale, but right now it's on sale for $10 till July 6th. I think it also goes with the adventure game for Taiko. So yeah, this game is definitely worth it. We'll probably review the Rhythm Festival game eventually once that comes out. But yeah, I don't have that much to say there.
Yeah, guys. Also, so again, this is July, which means that this is the month of basically T-Tex. It's like literally July. That's my birthday. So I don't know if I'm daily uploading. Probably not. In fact, this video is probably going to come out after July 2nd, which is all right. But after the German Fun review, I hope to get some videos that me and Kartfessor have already recorded up. Like me and him probably talking about the Cuphead Delicious Last Course. That actually got recorded yesterday, but I still need to work on editing for that video. But in the meantime, this video will hold you guys over because it's a simple drum game. You really can't go wrong. So other than that, this game I definitely recommend you buy, as long as you wait for it to go on sale, that is. It's not worth $50, but it is worth the $10 when it does go on sale. If you do already own Drum and Fun and are watching this video, well, what are your thoughts on it? And also, if you've played the RPGs, Rhythm Adventure 1 and 2, what are your thoughts on those games? And are you excited for Rhythm Festival coming out later this year? Because me and Kartfessor are definitely excited for Rhythm Festival. And we'll be reviewing that game near release. I don't know when, but definitely a few days after release. So, we hope you enjoyed this video on Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun. And what are your final thoughts, Kartfessor, before writing it off?
Yeah, this is my favorite rhythm game of all time as of now. I feel like Rhythm Festival will probably be my favorite one, my new favorite. Yeah, this year for Bandai Namco is going to be pretty badass in September. We got a lot of Bandai Namco games coming out later this year. Yeah, I cannot wait for it.
Yes, and without further ado, let's give off the final rating for me. Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun gets a rating of 4 out of 5. It's near perfect, but the price tag kind of sets it down for a little bit. And again, if you're asking for $50, you'd at least expect a little bit more songs to come with it. Again, as long as you buy the DLC, and even with the base game songs, it's still a really good game. Don't get me wrong. And the extra modes besides party games are a really nice laugh. Although there is one certain Taiko game that's also $50 and is not good and charges DLC for $20. I will be talking about Taiko no Tatsujin the Drum Master later this month as a standalone review with just me because I don't think Kartfessor's played that game because it's only on Xbox. So
I don't play that.
Anyways, Drum Master will be coming out hopefully soon, but before then, we hope you enjoyed this review of Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun. And what review score do you give Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun?
I'll say the same thing. 4 out of 5.
Yes.
Because pricing.
The pricing could definitely use some work, but other than the pricing, it is a really, really good game. Has tons of content, even outside the base game. There's still Katsu Fight and party games, which even though party games may not be my thing, it could be for you. Katsu Fight is also really cool action mode as well. So this game is really good, and we highly recommend you get it as long as it's on a sale. we've obviously, talked about this already like 2 times, so I'm just gonna shut up about it. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed this review of this game, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Turn down the one.